So I painted my nails last night, guys, and I painted it this beautiful, like, neon yellowy green color. Let them dry for like a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I went to bed and I woke up and they were like just everywhere. It was like if I put fluorescent marshmallows on my nail and expected it to stay there. It was a disaster. Hello everyone! I'm here today again to share with you guys some new testing of Beauty Gurus favorites. And I had asked you guys on Twitter actually who you would recommend for me to try out some of their favorites. And you guys had like so many suggestions. Like I cannot even believe, like it was so many. You guys have so many YouTube favorites, it's awesome. So I spent hours like going through that list, picking out a whole bunch of different YouTubers, and I had this huge list that I went out to the store and I got like half the products. And most of the time it was because they were out of stock. So I blame you. I blame you guys for buying all their favorites. Left none for me. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos every Thursday and Sunday, and click the little notification bell down below so you don't miss out when new videos go live. And check out my RachhLoves Life channel if you want more lifestyle content. I've been doing a lot of declutters on there, testing recipes, all that fun stuff, so check that out as well. And without further ado, let's get into this. So I'm going to start with the eyes, and I'm starting with a lid primer, and this was recommended from Jackie here on YouTube. I'm like levels of obsessed with her, it's ridiculous. The one that she has recommended the most is by Smashbox. It's their lid primer, and this one is in light, and she was just saying that it's really good, and she seems to use it in most of her tutorials. It's very concealer-like this is covering everything. It's a very creamy-like consistency. It doesn't feel too tacky or sticky on the lids, but obviously it hasn't like been on there for that long. And it seems to smooth out really, really well. So far, so good. I feel like I would even use this on days where I don't want to wear any eyeshadow because it just smooths everything out, cancels out any redness. Like, so far, I really like this. So now for eyeshadow, I have two different ones that I want to use. One that I've used before because I want to test out how the lid primer works. But I also got this in a PR kit, which is the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. So I kind of want to test this out. This wasn't recommended from anyone. I just wanted to test it out. But my drawers are like stuck. I can't unstick them and I can't open up my eyeshadow drawer. I don't know, I have too many products, guys. Help me, I really need to do a declutter. Let me into my eyeshadows, BRB. Yay, Christopher to the rescue. So I'm gonna use a mixture of the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted palette, which I really like, and this Maybelline one. Does it smell like lemonade? Is that like a thing? Like, no? Like, no. But it smells of something, and I don't know, like it's supposed to be scented, but like not? I don't understand. I don't like the smell though. The mattes have like an interesting texture to them. They're that very finely milled, very soft, almost like chalk-like. I don't like swatching them, but like they show up pretty well. Like that's the light shade right there. I don't like the feeling of it though on my hands. So let's just mix and match and like we'll come up with something. I want to keep this like fairly light because I do want to do more of like a glowy, everyday kind of a look. I haven't really done one of those in a while. Whoa, the Maybelline colors are very dusty in comparison. Like as soon as you tap your brush in it, like powder goes everywhere. Then I'm gonna take the shade right here, Sweet Tea, and apply that to the crease. So far the color seems to be blending really well. I am using a pretty light hand because I want something a little bit softer right now for the transition shade. It's also worth noting that the eyeshadow primer is also really nice. Sometimes eyeshadows and primers don't mix together really well. I've had experiences with that, and doesn't end great. So if you're finding that your eyeshadow isn't working, try a different base because sometimes that can be it and they just don't mesh well together. Since Maybelline and L'Oreal are owned by the same company, I wonder if they have contests. When they launch like products like this at the exact same time, they're like, I'm gonna sell more than you. Let's try a little bit of this glittery shade. This is Citrus right here. I have a damp brush. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, okay. That's really nice. You guys see that? Look how shiny that is. That's a really pretty lid color. I really like that. I don't know how the camera's gonna pick up on it, but like it has the prettiest gold but not too yellow undertone to it, and it's applying really smoothly when wet. I like it. What happens if we mix a little bit of this Coral Punch shade with a little bit of Old Fashioned here, which is this dark shade? Okay, honestly, I keep going back and forth with this palette because like the shimmers in the Lemonade palette are beautiful and they look so good. I'm just mad about how dusty the mattes are. They're not bad though. Like I feel like you would be totally fine with either palette. They're not bad quality as far as like a first impression standpoint kind of goes. And I'm just like, I'm seriously obsessed with this shade. It's so nice, but you just have to be careful with the mattes. Just when you're using them and whatever, they look beautiful on the eyes thus far. But that would be my one kind of watch out. No, you don't need both. They're both too similar. But now I'm gonna throw on some mascara and some brows and I'll be back for the face makeup. Okay, I'm back. I may have added some small lashes. I don't know why. I like how I go into this video and I'm like, glowy, easy makeup. Throw on a pair of lashes. These, by the way, are awesome. I really like them. They're by Velour. They're their little effortless lashes. And I don't know which one. I think it's Just a Hint, I think is what it is. But I love it because they're smaller on the inside and they fan out and I don't have to trim them. So I love these ones. And then I just did my brows. So anyway, we're back now. And now going on to the skin makeup, I'm going to be using this one by Lancome. It is their Skin Feels Good. Way to like just lay it right out there, Lancome. We're not gonna mess around with some crazy titles. We're gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen to your skin. Skin feels good. Done. And this was recommended by Karen. I believe it's I Love Suri on Instagram, but also on YouTube as well. And she was talking about this in one of her Get Ready With Me's and how much she loves it. So I wanted to test it. Whoa! This is a lot darker than I was expecting. I got the shade 01N Nude Vanilla, which I thought would be more this shade. Like, that's different colors. Do you see this? They have like a little like weird packaging thing going on. What are you trying to cover up here, Lancome? Well, what'd you do? What'd you mess up here? Basically, the only difference is that on this one, it says it has an SPF of 23, and this one it doesn't. So maybe they removed the SPF. Come on, you can do better than this, Lancome. You're a giant company. Spring for some new packaging. I should probably put on some primer, right? I love how you guys all noticed as well in Thursday's video what a difference the primer was that I put on. It's the Clarins SOS primer. It's one of their new ones. It is the Blurs Imperfections one. Like, honestly, you could see the difference from one side to the other when I was using it in Thursday's video. So go and check that out. It's amazing. Also for the foundation review, which was also good. I've used the brightening, like anti-fatigue one. I've used this one and then one other one as well. And they've all been really, really nice. But like, look at that. Look how blurred my skin looks. It's ridiculous. And this, by the way, for anyone who is wondering, is half of a beauty blender. Yes, half. I cut them in half because I'm obsessed with using the flat side for blending out foundation. I saw it when I was testing out some Instagram hacks, and that's one of the ones that's like stuck with me. Oh my gosh, it does such a good job. My skin looks nice and glowy. Definitely light to medium coverage, which is kind of what I'm going for here today. But it has enough coverage that I feel like I'm getting something, you know? I hate the ones where it's like, here's a tinted foundation and you get like nothing. You just put a bunch of cream on your face. If I wanted to put cream on my face, I would just buy a cream. But this one like looks really nice, like very soft. I have that nice like glowiness going on. I like it so far. We'll see how long wearing it is, but like on the skin, I like it. Now we're gonna move on to concealer and also my second coffee. This was brought to me by Christopher, who has forgiven me for ruining his shirt. I still have some OxyClean on it, so fingers crossed. This is the Water Weight Concealer by MAC, and this was recommended by Kristen Dominic. She did a video recently on her favorite full coverage concealers, and this is one of them, and one of the ones that I hadn't tried before. And she's saying just how lightweight it is, but it's still really, really full coverage. And it has like a little like dropper-like formula. Oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe I should shake this first, just in case, because, you know, watery. Oh yeah, no, it is very watery. I think I used way too much. Whoops. Soak some of that up, put it on the other side. Way too much. I tried to be all Instagram and it failed. It does feel very light, almost not oily, because I don't want to freak anyone out by saying it feels very oily on my skin. It has that sort of like serum-y texture to it, but it looks really good under the eyes. Wowza. It gives such a smooth finish. Oh, I feel like I'm going to like this. Okay, now going on to the setting powders. I actually have two different ones. One I'm going to use for under the eyes and then one for the rest of my face. So I'll start with the rest of my face. And it is the Marc Jacobs Finish Line Perfecting Coconut Setting Powder. And this was something that Casey Holmes talked about in her, I think her May favorites. She was just saying that when she put this over the skin, it just smoothed everything out, made everything look really poreless and beautiful. So I am excited. I like how many companies are coming up with all of these like blurring and airbrush kind of formulas. Like, I'm into it. Please make my skin look like an Instagram filter. It definitely has some color to it, but it's not too dark on my skin. I find sometimes when these type of powders that have a little bit of a color to them, they look really, really dark on my skin, but this one, not so much. We'll see if it helps hold my makeup on all day and everything, but like, in terms of first impression, I like it. And moving on to the other powder I was talking about, this was a recommendation from Taylor from That Taylor, and she recommended the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Translucent Light face powder, and she mixes this actually with another translucent powder, but I couldn't get my hands on that one. I'm just gonna dust any of the powder off of my little fluffy velour sponge. I never want to layer like too much powder under my eyes, because that's how I look really, really creasy. Like it's a teeny tiny bit dark for under eyes, so I can see why she mixes it in with a translucent, so I should have done that. But in terms of how it looks on the skin, like it looks really nice, very natural looking. I like it so far. Honestly, I feel like I'm saying that for every single product, but like it's true though. I do like it. All right, I am bronzed, blushed, we have some highlights on, and I blended like 17 different highlights together because I'm extra. And today my cocktail of highlights is ColourPop in Nomi right there. And then the next one is actually a throwback. I used to use this all the time, and then it was just sitting in my makeup drawer, and Kathleen Lights talked about it. It's the Makeup Forever Starlit Powder number 13. This highlight for me is like the icing on top, like the very last finishing step, and it just like makes everything perfect. And then I also just kind of like warm it up. I used a bit of like, this is probably my favorite highlighting palette. This is by Hourglass. It's their metallic strobe lighting palette, and I just dusted a little bit of the bronzy shade like right on top. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. I love it. Today for the lips, we're going to be using a product that Jamie P. Beauty was talking about in, I think it was in her unique products that she loves video, and it is by Lancome, I believe, and it is the Absolute Lacquer lip product. I have 3 different shades here. I didn't really know where I wanted to go with this. I have a bright pink, I have a nude color, and then this gold spoke to me. And I was like, yes, this is a topper I need in my life. But basically, this product is supposed to be a gloss, but a really long-lasting gloss. One that kind of leaves a nice stain on your lips, but it doesn't feel waxy, it doesn't feel like goopy in any way, but it has that beautiful hot gloss finish. So I got really excited because I'm like, yes, that is all I want out of a lip product right now. I'm really into glosses, but I hate the fact that they're always like wearing off. So this is like my jam right now. Oh my gosh, look how vibrant pink that is. Oh, but do I go all nude? I don't know. Okay, hold on. We're gonna swatch it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, you guys know how I feel about beautiful bright pinks. I'm drawn to it. Like a raven with shiny things. I need it. And that is the, oh, that's pretty too though. That is the nice glossy color. I wish, Lancome, could you please make your like little things on the bottom a little bit bigger? 202 is the nude, and then the bright pink one is 344. And then this gold one, shade 500. Oh, look at that. That scream, I'm gonna put that one on first. That to me screams summer so much. I feel like it like perfectly matches my eyeshadow look today. It feels very like hydrating on the lips, which is nice. It feels like a balm. It feels like I put a lip balm on right now. And like, I like the color. It looks really nice. I wanna put a little bit of this nude color like on top. Is it gonna like not mix? I don't know. Probably should have done it the other way around. That was dumb, Rachel. I feel like I just did like 1,000 layers of gloss right now. That was probably too much. But that's like really nice, right? Like, look how pretty that is. If this stays put all day, I will put on that Barbie pink one tonight, and we'll see what that looks like. Cause like, oh my gosh, look, it has already stained my hand, guys. This is not coming off ever. Nope, it's permanently there. So far, I like them. I want to know how long lasting they are though. And last but not least is a setting spray. And this was actually talked about in a recent first impression, I think, that Tati did. And it wasn't like a standout from the video. It wasn't like, yes, definitely the setting spray is amazing. But she did talk about when she was using it that she liked it. And it was actually something that I was actually curious about and wanted to test out, so I'm kind of using Tati as my excuse here. This is the Cover FX High Performance Setting Spray, and I believe it's supposed to be like a 16-hour setting spray or something like that. So anyway, figured I'd give it a go. I also want to try the dewy one. The dewy one is next on my list, people. Has anyone else tried that one? Is it any good? Should I buy it? Oh, that's misty. I got more on my arm than I did on my face. I feel like I have to stay still for this one. This is not one where you kind of waft your hair around while you're like spraying your face. You need to stay perfectly still because it's a very fine mist. But it's now on. I feel like it is set down. I feel like we've gone like a very glowy route today. But I like it. I like how everything has turned out. Check back in a little bit. I will be going about the rest of my day, and I will see you guys tonight. Hey guys, so it is now at the end of the day, and this is what my makeup is looking like. You can see I switched up the lip color. I wore it all day, and I wanted to see how it wore through meals and stuff. And then before I ate cookies tonight, I put on the pink one because I wanted to see how layerable it was and what kind of color I was gonna get from it and all that stuff. So let's talk about this makeup. First of all, the foundation with the powder and everything, it looked really pretty on my skin throughout the day, but it didn't wear really well. Like, there are patches on my skin, like you can see that right there, and another one on this side where it has like entirely worn off. I don't know why those specific spots, but anyway. So I worry about this in the heat. I don't know how well it's gonna hold up unless I like really cake on the powder. And I just honestly wasn't that impressed with the setting spray. I don't think it did a very good job keeping my makeup in place. And then for the concealer, really like it. I love how it looks under the eyes, but I feel like for this one, either you need to set it more or you need to use a lot less because it is serum based. It's picked up a lot of my mascara under my eyes right here, which isn't super attractive. The eyeshadow primer with this eyeshadow is beautiful. Like, it just, my eyeshadow looks so nice today. I love it. I love how everything turned out. So I'm really happy about that. And the lip product was pretty good. I would say it's definitely not transfer proof, but it does hold on really well. And I feel like over time, this is just gonna develop into a nice stain. I layered about 4 layers to get this color. When you first put one on, it's like a wash of pink, which is pretty, but it wasn't what I was going for. And also I wanted to see how bright this was going to get. But when you do that, you do make it more glossy, so it does feel thicker on the lips. It's not the same as the one that I tested out from Black Up, which was a transfer proof lip gloss that has a stain built in, but it's like glossy, but the gloss is clear, so you don't have any of the transfer. Like, this has like a pink transfer to it. So I think I like that formula better than this one. But I do really like the combination of these two colors. Looked so nice throughout the day, so I will continue to wear them because it still was really long wearing. It just wasn't like transfer proof. And I do like a good long wearing lip gloss with like a lot of intensity. Like, I will use this color again, but it wasn't as what I thought it was going to be. I'm going to use all of the products again. There wasn't anything that was just like, never again, I will never use it. I do honestly love the 2 eyeshadow palettes and the lid primer. That's probably what I'm most excited about, despite the fact that the Maybelline one is super powdery and not what I came into this video to test. Have you guys tried any of these products before? Are there any that you really like? What combinations have you used before of these? I want to know. Leave me a comment down below. And don't forget to check out the videos that are over here. If you missed it on Thursday, I tested out a drugstore transfer proof foundation, and the way that I tested it was wiping it on Christopher's shirt. Also check out the Pinterest hacks. If you guys have been missing out on the Pinterest hack videos, they're over on RachhLoves Life. I did a bunch of food hacks and it was super fun. So go and check out that video. Let me know if you came from this video, and that is everything. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend, and we'll see you guys all on Thursday. Love you all. Mwah!